Welcome back. So today I'm going to take a look at this fuel tank. It's pretty filthy. I'm going to need to get it cleaned up. We'll probably put it in a bucket of soapy water and see what I can do with it. I did notice here evidence that something's been rubbing on the tank, which is not good because you don't want to rub a hole through it. I think it's probably was a misrouted cable, so when the bike goes back together I'll have to take a close look at that. These old air boxes can be a lot of work to clean up because most of the time guys would just throw Armor All on it but not actually clean it, so that gets built up. So I'm having some pretty good luck with this product, Goo Gone. You can get it at any hardware store. I've already previously sent this air box through the soapy water bath and everything else, and I got it as clean as I could that way. But as you can see, it's pulling off a lot more dirt. So I'm just going to keep working away at it, and then when I'm done I'll put some of that rubber care on it. Hopefully you can see this good. This is actually the only part of the airbox that shows outside of this when it's on the bike on both sides. You can see there's lots of little tiny scratches. I'm going to polish these out as best I can. Okay, I'm going to start with a 600 grit sanding pad. You don't want to get too aggressive because it can be hard to get the scratches out later. So we'll just do a little small area and see if it pulls these off. So I'm not going to take you through the whole process, but you get the idea. You just got to sit there and sand for hours. Try not to put any deeper scratches in than you need to. It's going to be dull after you sand it, but you can either buff it with a buffing wheel, like an auto buffing wheel. I like to use a bit of heat. It'll bring the shine back where it's dull. You just got to be careful you don't get it too hot. So in trying to hand sand this, I actually made it worse. So now I got to get out the big tools. If you're going to try and shine up plastic, watch a bunch of YouTube videos on it. There's lots of different guys that do it, but it's not easy. I just want to say that much. Here's another little restoration tip I use on these two clamps that clamp onto the carb boot. I'm going to use this gloss black engine enamel to make them black again, and then I'm going to put some new screws in. So when I was looking at Honda online, the one clamp you couldn't get, the other one you could get but you couldn't buy the screw, and they wanted like $30 a piece for them. So for a few cents I ran on down to the hardware store. One's a 4mm, one's a 5mm. The old ones were stripped out, somebody tightened it too much. But for a few cents and a bit of paint, you got brand new clamps. So it's a good way to save money on one of these projects.